I got a lot of fire in my belly today, man. I'm excited. All right, guys, we are live. You got Joe Rosen here and Lissette Hurtado. And today, now I let her pick the topics, right? I'm like, oh, let's talk about pools and flooring and granite countertops. Lissette, what do you want to talk about? She's like, CDDs. I'm like, CDDs, man. But she is fired up about CDDs. So, Lissette, I'm going to let you just take it. Teach me everything you know about CDDs. Let's hear it.
Everything I know about CDDs. So I think it's really important to get educated on what CDDs are. So it's not a shock for buyers coming into the market, and could be a first-time home buyer or a first time a buyer buys within a gated community with an HOA. A CDD is basically an assessment on the property placed by the community that you're going to have on your non-ad valorem taxes yearly. Now, what that covers is the infrastructure, operating costs of the community. Now, this can range anywhere between $5,000 to $2,000, depending on the community and the amount of amenities you have. This is basically a bond that the builder took out to place the infrastructure for the community.
Mind blown. That's awesome. So I didn't know this was a Florida only thing because I used to sell in Minnesota, and I came down here and I started learning about CDDs, and I'm like, oh man, this is new stuff. What is this? And then I started to learn about it. I didn't know it was a Florida only thing, but it's a Florida only thing. It started in 1980 with legislation in 1980. And the last numbers I could find were from 2000. I want to say it was 16, but they said that there were over 600 in the state of Florida. I thought, that's pretty cool. A lot of big ones, a lot of really nice communities. Some of the best known communities in Florida are CDDs. So what they do is they start out and it's the developer, and they've got a 5-person board that they build, and they control it until a certain percentage or a certain amount of years goes by. A certain percentage of the homes have been sold, and then they turn that board over to the landowners, right? And now I live in tradition. So I looked up because I want to give specific numbers, so people can see exactly how it impacts one dude, right? So in the tradition CDD, we've got 2 different fees. One is paying off that bond, right? And the other one is the maintenance. You're never going to get rid of the maintenance. The maintenance is going to remain forever, and that number will go up over time. So right now I'm paying $259.83 a year for the maintenance part of it. So that's, I can just kind of guess, that's going to be pretty consistent forever, right? The bond, however, will be paid off at some point. I tried looking up when that'll be paid off, couldn't find it in time, but hopefully soon. We'll see. Who knows? It's probably 30 years. But that bond is costing me $715.89 a year. So the two combined are running me $81.31 a month. But if you're just looking at that bond part, that's $59.66 a month, right? So roughly 80 months. So roughly 21, 22 bucks a month is what I'm gonna have to pay once that bond is paid off. But understanding that is critically important. And you can tell people who've lived here for a long time who understand, I'm talking about tradition right now, but any CDD will say, man, but that bond is so expensive. So I wouldn't say do buy or don't buy based on the bond, just be educated, which to Lisette's point is a phenomenal point, right? Let it just be a part of that decision-making process. So I think that's phenomenal. Some other things I looked up, and this is like, it's interconnected with your HOA, right? So there's certain things it covers. It covers, I looked up a couple of things, wastewater management, your pest control, if you got mosquito control, anything like that they do. School buildings can be covered by these costs, right? So there are a lot of different things that can be covered. Yeah, we got that. Dude, that's the majority of it. There's a lot of really stuff. I get so into this stuff. I love looking this stuff up, man. There's a lot of stuff really that you can go in depth with on these CDDs. But I just think knowing the basics, and literally we've been live now for 4 minutes. That 4 minutes of education right there is phenomenal. That's going to take a buyer who really doesn't understand what they're getting into. And then they get into it and they're like, whoa, Lissette, you sold me this house. You didn't explain to me what a CDD is. And their neighbor just explained it to them. And now they're kind of frustrated, right? They may have still bought the home. If they just knew what it was, they wouldn't have that frustration, right? So Lissette, I think this was an awesome topic. Do you have anything? I got rid of everything I know about CDD.
No, those are all the facts. Just basically, I really like to feel my buyers out, and I could use myself as an example. We are in a community. It is not gated. We have zero amenities, nothing. We have very minimal HOA. Us in Whitney Pines in Torino. Yeah, which for us is fine. We're not looking to use the amenities. We wouldn't be out of, the gated pool or anything like that anyway. So for us, it's fine. But if you're a buyer that you want the tennis courts, you want the racket courts, you want the playground, and you want the pool, a lot of these communities will have that CDD. So it's important for you to be aware of that.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Side note, I saw Port St. Lucie put a story out. I saw it yesterday, so it probably got put out a week ago, about the miles of sidewalks that they added to Torino. Did you see that?
Love it. Love it.
Awesome?
And it's awesome. And one particular lady comes in mind that I see her running down Torino for years. And now I see her on the sidewalk and it makes me so happy. I know she's safer. And it just makes everything prettier, nicer, and definitely safer. So great upgrade.
I love that area. And when you're seeing all that development done, I mean, we've got the model for grand construction right up there on Torino Parkway, and seeing them and they did it fast. I'm used to government work taking years, and they got in there, they got out of there. It didn't take long at all, and it looks awesome. And they're going to do so much more. So anybody with the city who's hearing this now, man, I looked through those comments and I said, any good deed doesn't go unpunished, right? Because people were like, yeah, but what about this and what about this? Hey, from Joe Rosen, I'm telling you, thank you. I think it looks amazing. I know you're working on even more, which is awesome. But I just thought, holy smokes, Lizette's going to be happy with her little Torino area up there.
The roundabouts are amazing, and they look beautiful.
Yeah. You got to get used to them, right? If you're a little bit older, maybe you don't know what a roundabout is.
Or a teenager learning how to drive.
Holy smokes. I still don't know. Okay, here, I'm going to get off on a big tangent. I still don't know. When I come in, right, there's 2 lanes, and I'm on the inside lane, and you are on the outside lane, and we're both coming around. I can see the lines on my inside lane that will allow me to take a right. If I want to take a right and you want to go straight, who's got the right of way?
So if you want to go out,
my wife's yelling at me.
Oh, she'll know. She'll know.
Okay,
but if you want to go,
if you're on the inside lane, you cannot take the first right. You can only go straight. Or
no, but the little white lines take me to the right. You think I'm making that up?
Coming in from this way, so that they can go.
No, I'm saying white lines go off into the outbound, not the inbound, because there's that little triangle that splits the two.
You have to be in the correct lane when you approach the roundabout.
Yeah, I'm going to show her next time. I'm telling you, there are white lines there showing me. Maybe I'm making it up. I will concede publicly if she's right and I'm wrong. What do you think, Lissette? Am I crazy?
Well, I know you're going to go out and take a picture and post it because I know you. So you'll probably be going
right
out.
Or wrong, I will. I don't care. Yeah.
But I've seen that actually in tradition. I know what you're saying. And because if you ask my husband, I'm not a Gary driver. So I've been inside that lane and gone right, but I don't think I'm supposed to.
I just gun it, right? If I'm on the inside and I gotta go, I'm like, and then I'm sorry, and I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
So I've got my Instagram handle on the back of my car. That way they can yell at me later, and that's fair.
There you
right?
go. Accountability. Yeah. There you go.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you much. I appreciate it. Great education. Great topic. And guys, we're here every Wednesday live at 10:30. If you've got a topic you want us to bring up and give you the answers on, exactly, Corey, just gun it. Thank you. Just let us know and we'll certainly do it. But Lissette, I appreciate it, man. Have a great and productive day.